My favorite moment at Torch was, I would have to say, just, I know it sounds kind of dumb, but all the fall retreats I was able to be a part of, especially with my grade. There's a lot of stupid talks that happened in the cabins, but it was a lot of bonding that happened, and especially just outside of the cabins too. Just being able to grow with my fellow community of kids.
So I have like two main ones. The first one is basically just like any regular torch, just worshiping there. I just really like how we can all come together and just worship God. And then the next one would just be the retreats that I've gone on. They're just like amazing, and I love how we can just like stay away from our phones and just have like a nice weekend of growing together with fellowship and growing towards God.
My favorite moments at Torch would have to be the retreats, when we would put the phones away and just come together as a body and worship God, grow stronger relationships together, and just be able to be in the moment with each other there.
So my favorite moment at Torch was probably, I have two actually. One was, both were at winter retreat. One was my my sophomore year, and one was my senior year. My sophomore year, I remember the dodgeball tournament, and it was Kettlebrook versus Kettlebrook. And it was just a bunch of seniors on one team. And then I just know David was on my team. I don't really remember who else. But then we beat him, and that was kind of the A team that we took down. So we took down Goliath, and we were David. Most recent retreat was winning the broom ball tournament, because there's always a lot of trash talk, especially among churches, and they even my brother told me of how obnoxious they've been and how much they won at broom ball, and we finally beat them. So that was kind of cool. Both underdog stories.
I would say I've grown closer to God from my relationships at Torch. It's so much easier when you have a family of believers like alongside you to help you grow with Christ.
I think I've been able to see God the most in how we've grown kind of in and throughout the community. It's been really encouraging to see how Christ-centered relationships have grown and how we've been able to be vulnerable and lean on each other, and that can only happen hopefully with Jesus at the center. I encourage you guys to continue to let God work in, through, and with you to help better build this community that we get to be a part of.
Okay, so when I started high school, I was really hesitant to pursue the Lord because I was afraid that would single me out and I'd have trouble making friends. But something I've really come to acknowledge is that it's not other people's approval that we're seeking, but it's the Lord's. And He's also, He's going to provide those relationships for us because He calls us to fellowship.
At the beginning, I believe I was a freshman. I started going to Torch mainly because dodgeball. I kind of felt like that's how I fit in because I've always been decent at sports. But I was kind of shy when I was younger, so I'd go to the dodgeball nights and I'd try out Torch once in a while, and it got to be fun, especially my brother's grade. They kind of included me in everything just because that's who I played dodgeball with, so they were kind of friends, and so that's how I grew in Torch. And then my faith in God just got deeper and deeper, and then senior year I became a LIT, so that's really cool, and it's just gotten deeper from there, and there's really no limit to how much you learn about God and how deep your faith can go.
I would just say that you have like such a strong community around you to lean on and grow with on your walk with God. Just like make sure to reach out to people even if you feel like you don't know what a lot of people, just make sure to reach out to people. And just, you know, like, Torch is family, so, like, don't feel like you're, like, out of place or anywhere, because, like, Torch is family, and they'll make sure that you don't feel out of place.
One message I'd like to leave for future Torch students would be just don't take this time that you have for granted at Torch. Just live in the moment. Just be there with everyone and just embrace and take in the time you have to be with all these people.
I would just like to encourage you guys as a family. You guys are the next generation of Torch, and just remember to reach out and take care of each other. And not just in our friend groups. Our ministry has grown exponentially in the past few years, and it has been amazing to see how people have been bringing in their friends and just sharing Jesus. Continue to be a light in your communities, like at school and at work and on your sports teams. Thank you for being a safe space for me and for so many others. Thank you for being a place where I can come and grow deeper in the Word and my relationship with Jesus, just surrounded by my brothers and sisters in Christ.
The message I would like to leave for them is that it's always good to build the communities with your fellow peers. There might be some kids that you don't always want to include, but some of those kids that you don't think about including will turn out to be some of your best friends. I definitely was able to become friends with senior class above me, and it was great because I didn't really think I was going to be friends with them, but going up and asking the random kids that are sometimes quiet or don't want to talk to you is something that you should do, because you're going to be able to build those communities and those friendships that will last you forever.
Don't be afraid to reach beyond the people you already know, the people who are in your friend group, because being welcomed by another student or like being sought out in a relationship by another student, that can be like a huge deal, and that can make someone feel really loved, and that can be the difference in them feeling welcomed at Torch. And the Lord calls us to reach out to people.
I'm going to miss Torch, especially because I'm leaving for the military, so I won't be able to see you guys, but I hope that you guys continue to grow and to just build this community and this youth group, because it's going places. I cannot wait to hear what comes out from this.
I'm just gonna miss Torch a lot and miss the community of family we have there.
I'm gonna miss everybody. That's gonna be sad, but it'll be good. But that's it.
Well, I definitely miss Torch and the fun we've had, all the friends, the retreats, and it'll be sad.
Wait, I want to sit on the bench. Or just sit here? Yeah. Like that? That felt so awkward.